like week 10 or 11, I think, at this point, but football is finally back. Zach Dean, Chris Boyle, we are live from the News Journal studios in the bowels of the Daytona Beach News Journal.
Everything still works.
Yeah, everything works. Lights are on. Yeah. Floors aren't flooded. Football is back. It actually came back Monday, and then it came back Tuesday, and then it came back Wednesday. And
I'm tired. It's been a long week.
It's not even Friday yet.
There's a game on Saturday, too.
There is. A lot of good games on Friday, though. The two biggest ones me and you are going to be at. The biggest one, Mainland and Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips nearly won a state title last year. Mm-hmm. Mainland's always a contender. Mainland, I think you'll agree, they need this game bad.
They do. They've had a long time to sit back and reflect on the loss of Bartram Trail, and
a long time to have that taste in your mouth.
I'm sure that they've wanted to get that out of their mouth for some time now, and this is going to be a good opportunity for them to prove that they can still do it and still hang with the best teams in the state. They've beaten Dr. Phillips each of the last 2 years by 21 points. So they feel like they can walk into this game and have a chance to be competitive right out of the box. And this will be a different kind of game. We saw Dr. Phillips play University, and obviously these are two very different offenses to game plan for. Dr. Phillips has some talent all over the field. They do year in and year out. I did think they had a chance in the secondary that they gave up a few chances to University, and obviously Mainland has the receiving core to do it and to make plays, and we'll see what kind of. I think the biggest challenge really is going to be on Mainland's offensive line to protect Jake Novello and to be able to establish the ground game to help out.
Bucks!
Who you got?
I've got Mainland, and I think that this is
sticking on a train. I like it.
I'm going out on a limb. I think that this is an opportunity. They really feel that this is a game they have to have, and this is a game they feel that they should be able to win, and they want to get that good feeling back, especially as they get closer to district play. They get Deltona right after that, and then they get Cocoa. So
it's a big game.
They can't allow this feeling to linger as those important games really start to come up in the second half.
Booyah!
That's Godwin Kelly behind you providing the sound effects.
Yeah, he's just a walking onomatopoeia over there. All he does is just make sound effects.
I will be at another big game, a big district game.
Oh, yeah.
University and Lake Brantley. I was at this game last year. It started out great for University, and then the wheels came off. Cody Braden threw a bunch of picks. Will really wasn't himself. Lingard was kind of held in check. A lot of turnovers. This is a big game. University, again. University hasn't played since losing to Dr. Phillips the Thursday before week 1.
Like 29 days ago. They've had a long, long time to wait again, and they played Dr. Phillips in their opener.
They played well.
No team has gone a longer tenure in between games than University. So, obviously we're going to talk about the rust factor and certainly the health in terms of trying to make sure that they're ready for game shape. But they've also had a full week to prepare, since teams are allowed to get back on the field and practice Saturday. So I think they'll be sharp. They'll obviously be motivated. This game ended their year last year for all intents and purposes.
Is the doctor in? Is the doctor in?
This game really effectively ended their season last year, losing on the road to Lake Brantley. It put them 0-2 in the district, a hole they were never able to get out of. And they want this game badly. And they know if they get this first one, they can really build on it. They've still got Seminole on the horizon. They've got Oviedo. They've got Lyman in 6 days. They play them on a short week next week. So there's this is a big game for University to go out and get it done. Yeah,
and the reason I like University is the revenge factor, but also I think University's defense is more equipped to handle Lake Brantley this year. Last year, their defense struggled going against, I call them the Georgia Tech of Central Florida. That triple option is really good, and especially on the road, that Lake Brantley atmosphere is very good. It's got a fast turf. It's very well equipped to be successful for Lake Brantley, but I think University's defense this year is much better. A lot of those guys who struggled last year are back, and I think know what to expect. So I think University is going to win. You picked Lake Brantley.
I did pick Lake Brantley.
That's a swing week for me and you, apparently.
Yeah, we both went. We were 18-2 in our first 20 picks. So there'll be some variation this week. I mean, it's just a matter of assignment football. That's all it comes down to.
Right.
If University can find the ball carrier,
couldn't do it last year.
Lake Brantley does the same thing every year. They're a triple option team. They're going to try to do it with some different variations, allow the quarterback to go after it. They've got a couple guys that can run the ball. They're averaging 8 yards a carry as a team, so they do it efficiently ruthlessly and without stopping.
Pine Ridge and DeLand. Pine Ridge is 2-0. I was there. They beat Atlantic earlier this week. DeLand's had a brutal start. Schedule-wise, they played Seminole. That game was postponed, we think, at halftime. Yeah. They lost to Mainland earlier this week.
Mainland, too.
And Mainland. So I think this is for DeLand and Steve Allen. This is kind of a much better measuring stick game for them.
Right. This will be a good opportunity to see what they're all about. They've only scored 3 points in 10 quarters. So offensively, this is going to be a real test for them. Meanwhile, Pine Ridge, offensively, they've been really good. They've been efficient. They've scored a lot of points ever since the spring. Dylan Torres had 5 touchdowns in that game against Atlantic, like you mentioned. Aaron Edmonds has been a really nice addition.
Good running back.
Coming over from Seminole, he had 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. And they're clicking. They feel good about themselves. And this is 2 teams that are going in opposite directions. DeLand comes into this game 0-3. Pine Ridge comes in having not lost in really about 7 to 10 months, something like that.
The Kenny Pickens era.
Yeah, it's been a while since Pine Ridge has lost a game, so they feel really good about their chances against anybody right about now.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think. Wouldn't be surprised they call it the new Pine Ridge. That's what Pickens said. This is the new Pine Ridge. So we'll see how true that is.
Hey, you guys.
What?
If people want to follow you on Twitter, how do they follow you on Twitter?
If they're not following us by now, then I don't know what you're doing. I've been here for 16 months. Boyle's been here since like the millennium. So Zach Dean DBNJ, Chris Boyle DBNJ, just how it sounds.
At Godwin Kelly, though, he's going to be on vacation.
At Godwin Kelly is not covering a game this week and not being very helpful, but whatever. I will be in Altamont Springs, Lake Brantley University. You will be right up the road covering the Dr. Phillips Mainland game. Give us a follow tomorrow night. Football is finally back. Weather looks, we won't talk about that right now for tomorrow night. Looks good in Orlando. I don't know about here, but we'll see. Zach Dean, Chris Boyle, we'll see you tomorrow.